Hey, welcome back guys. Today we are talking about the last 75 day strategy which can be useful for FRM part 1. Let's get right into it. Now the very first thing that you should be doing is making a schedule or a timetable. Now I can't emphasize the fact that having a schedule, it builds discipline in the learning process. This is very important. If you haven't prepared a schedule or a plan or a timetable to complete the entire curriculum, I would highly suggest make one now. Following a schedule will lead to consistency, and consistency on a daily basis will lead to success. Okay, so this is a success strategy, and as working professionals, we know the importance of following a deadline, right? We always complete a project with small deadlines and we achieve that, and that is how we complete the entire project, right? So in the similar way, timetable or a schedule is very important. Don't ignore this simple thing. Now what I've done here is that I have prepared a timeline which will give you an idea as to the order of preparation as to which subjects to start first, and also some tentative days as to how many days you need to cover each of these subjects. Okay, so my order of preparation, and I would highly recommend this, is start with quants first. Probability and statistics is used throughout finance, okay? Not just here. You talk about MBA in finance, we have statistics. You talk about CFA, we have statistics, right? So probability and statistics is used throughout finance. If you don't understand the basics of time value of money, you'll not be able to appreciate the essence of the forwards and the futures pricing, because that concept is entirely based upon time value of money. The discounting and the compounding and all those things is a part of quantitative analysis. So understanding this will help you become stronger in this book. At the same time, talking about valuation and risk models, you'll not be able to appreciate value at risk concepts unless you don't know about distributions, right? Moreover, you'll not be able to understand the binomial model if you don't know what a binomial distribution is. So starting with quants will lay the foundations of these finance books that is here. Then move on to financial markets and products. Now in this book, we're going to be learning about the financial markets in detail, and also we're going to be learning about different financial products like derivatives, we have the fixed income products, so on and so forth. So this book will actually introduce to the overall financial markets and its different products. Okay, so roughly for 20 chapters, we're going to be allocating roughly 15 days. Okay, now as I said, these days that I'm taking here, they are all tentative. Okay, these are an approximate days. You can make your own schedule at your own pace, and you can make your own timetable. That's not a problem. If you have already completed quants, you can simply move on to book number 2. You can simply move on to financial markets and products and then keep following the order. If you've already completed one or the other, you can make the adjustments as per your choice. And then you start with valuation and risk models. Now this book will cover valuation of the different financial products like derivatives, the fixed income products, and so on. So this is very important, and this is a natural progression from the financial markets and products. Okay, so this is a very important thing that you should be following. Roughly 14 days we have to allocate for the chapters in valuation and risk models book, and then finally start with foundations of risk management. I'm allocating roughly 6 to 7 days because I feel the content here is not that much. It's on the lighter side, something that is considered not too difficult. So roughly 6 to 7 days is enough for this book. Now essentially what we are doing here is that we are focusing on learning and retention during this 45 days time period. Now learning will come from the study materials that you're using, and retention will come from the practice questions. So it's very important that right from the first day, that is tomorrow, if you're starting from tomorrow, that right from the very first day you complete one reading and then immediately you solve the practice questions for that chapter. In that way you will be retaining the concepts for a longer period of time. Okay, so that is highly recommended. Now, I've seen many candidates, they are actually confused as to what materials they should be using. Well, if you're using Schweser material, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. If you're using Bionic Total, that is also a great resource. And if you're using GARP books, that is also the great resource that we have, right? So whatever material that you're using for learning, that's okay. Continue using that. Well, talking about the question bank, don't be too dependent on the Schweser end of chapter questions. They are very easy and something that you will not see on the actual exam day. Okay, so that is something. End of chapter questions is something that you can avoid. Rather, you can have the Schweser question bank. They do have a different question bank available. You can also solve the Bionic Total question bank. That is also a great resource. Also, GARP has their end of chapter questions as well. You can also refer to that will also enhance your retention process. The next thing that you need to follow is solving the mock papers. Now, this is very important. So assuming that you've completed the entire curriculum by 10th of October, you start with the self-evaluation stage. Now, this day on 10th of October, you solve your first mock paper. Okay, then you go ahead, you analyze your strengths, your weaknesses, what really went wrong, were you able to complete the entire paper, I mean, so on and so forth. You have to analyze all by yourself. Okay, so this is a feedback stage, a self-evaluation stage, and this is what separates the winners from the rest. Okay, so this is very critical. Make sure that you complete the portion and then move on to solving the mock paper. Now, you can solve one mock paper and then after a week or so you can solve another mock paper, then again revise what went wrong, again do a complete revision, then in the starting of the third week you can solve another mock paper, and so on. One thing that I would want you to make a note of is that leave at least 7 to 10 days before the exam, that is right from 1st November to 13th of November. Do not solve any mock paper here. I don't want you to play with your confidence at this point in time. This is the time for complete revision. You can refer to your own notes, refer to formulas, refer to books, but this is something that I would not say that you need to solve the mock papers here. Now, the question is, which mock paper should you be solving? Well, GARP will roll out their own sample mock paper. Okay, so you log into your dashboard and you will have access to a mock paper. So you will get one mock paper from GARP, and also you get mini mock paper from GARP itself, that is of 25 questions you have. Okay, so this is something that you get from GARP. Now, fortunately for the people who are appearing in November 2021, the portion has not changed from last year. That means the curriculum that was there in 2020 FRM Part 1, the same curriculum is there for 2021 FRM Part 1 as well. So what you can do is you can use the last year mock paper of GARP. Again, there was one mock paper and 25 sample questions. So you can utilize that. This will replicate the level of difficulty of the actual exam. So this is very important. This is something that you should solve before going to the exam. Okay, highly recommended these two mock papers. Now, if you're not able to find this mock paper, the previous year mock paper of GARP, you can follow us on our Telegram channel. We will assist you in that. At the same time, if you want some additional mock papers, you can contact us as well. So we're going to be assisting you that, and we're going to be giving you out the mock papers at the very right time. But not to forget that this self-evaluation or the feedback, this is the winning strategy. This is something that you have to do and you have to work upon yourself. Now, I've got some pointers here and I want you to make a note of it, is that do not skip any topic or any material. I've seen a lot of candidates, they don't like quants, or probably they don't like some chapters in quants, and they skip those chapters thinking that it's okay to skip that. If you don't like derivatives, some people leave out the option strategies, some people leave out some things that they don't understand. But that is completely wrong. Also, I've seen candidates, they just focus only on important topics for the exam. Now, this is a very wrong thing that you're doing. Well, if you're just focusing only on the important points which you feel is important, and if that doesn't show up on the exam, trust me, you will regret it. Okay, so don't do that. Don't skip material. Do not focus on only in important points. Understand the material. That is going to be very fruitful. Now, how many hours to study during the day? Now, this is something that every student has there on their mind. Well, I'll give you one answer, and that is, after the exam, you shouldn't feel like that you've not done well. Okay, when you see your results, you shouldn't have a regret that you should have studied more. Okay, so make sure that you do not leave no stone unturned now. You have 75 days left for your FRM Part 1 exam. Make the most use of each and every single day that you have. I know a lot of working professionals, they have their own work commitments, they have their own family commitments, but you will have to sacrifice a lot. You will have to make this a priority for the next 75 days. Focus more on the FRM Part 1. If you have some holidays left, you can use that wisely to study for the FRM exam as well. But now 75 days is a lot time as well. Whatever days that have been gone, they are gone. If you haven't properly started the preparation, I would highly suggest start immediately. Don't waste even a single day. Saturdays and Sundays is a luxury. It's a bonus for all the working professionals. Make the most use of those days. There is going to be a plenty of holidays in the month of October as well. Make use of that as well. Okay, so plan accordingly. Make your own schedule. Solve GARP mock papers. We're gonna be giving one mock paper to you guys for free. So that's it, guys. It's very simple. All you have to do is to stay disciplined throughout the next 75 days and you are through. All right, and we're gonna be uploading lots of videos to help you during this journey of your exam. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on our Telegram. We're gonna be uploading some stuff over there, some materials over there as well. So make sure that you do that, and that's it. Start now. Thank you so much for your time.